Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make them bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Bet Like a Goat, where I'm going to be breaking down UFC 280, sponsored by BetOnline.ag. Guys, this card is fire from top to bottom, from the main event to the co-main event to the co-main event. But let's get started with the main event. With the main event, we have Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. I tell you what, one guy has 11 fight winning streak and the other one has 10. One guy is a second coming to Khabib, and the other guy has the most submissions in UFC history. Guys, I know both of these guys, so I really can't make a decision, but you know what? I'm going to take it to the gym. Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. I tell you what, guys, if anybody could beat Islam, it's Charles Oliveira. If anybody that could beat Charles Oliveira, his name is Islam Makhachev. I do believe, just to start off, I do believe something that Charles does is he does believe in his jiu-jitsu wholeheartedly, and he's been able to develop his hands. Pretty much, you want to say, for mixed martial arts, pretty much world class, because he's going up against the best of them, taking the pressure and bringing the fight, and he's not afraid. Even if he does get knocked down, he ain't afraid to be in control here. And ain't nobody want to go on top of this dude because he's super dangerous. You saw in the Gaethje fight, Charles is good at the clinch. He will clinch you, Thai style. Hey, and he's not afraid to go there. He's not afraid to be taken down. And I think that's what makes Charles Oliveira extremely special, especially going up against a guy like Islam Makhachev. Will Charles Oliveira play the distance game? When you go up against a great wrestler with great ground and pound, the first thing that I would do is not necessarily focus on my wrestling, focus on my damn distance. Because I'm able to focus on my distance, I'll be able to see him come whenever it is that he wants to shoot, because my distance is just a point and pick my shot. So as he comes, catch him coming in and going. You guys see what I'm saying? So these are things I'm curious to see if Charles Oliveira is able to make those adjustments. But for Islam Makhachev, this is where he has to be right here. Islam Makhachev, he wants, if Charles is ballsy enough to be in this range with him, this is what Islam wants. Another thing that I would say with Charles Oliveira is he's really going to have to anticipate. He's really going to have to anticipate the different shots with the combination of the hands that more likely Islam's probably going to do, so to be able to go for his chokes or whatnot. There's a lot of options. The only thing I know about Islam is he's got a good shot. He's got good, could be top control, where he'll lace your legs up, grab your wrist, start to hammer you to eventually open you up, to eventually submit you. This fight here is a fight it's a very, very strong base is what Islam has, versus a real mixed martial artist what Charles Oliveira is. I can't make a prediction here because I think I got a relationship with both of those guys, but I will say that if anybody could be anybody, they can both beat each other. So this guy right here is about to bet 25 G's on Islam.
On BetOnline.ag.
So that's, so people have faith in other fighters. I know people that are going to bet a lot of big money on Charles Oliveira. You guys make the decision. I can only tell you guys, I can only give you guys my 2 cents. Co-main event, TJ Dillashaw versus Aljamain Sterling. This is a bag of tricks versus a guy who has been out for a minute, with outside looking in with the chip on his shoulder, who's probably a better mixed martial artist. But can the guy with the bag of tricks, when I talk about bag of tricks, elbows, knees, spinning elbows, a guy knows how to use his ability. If he's able to use that against TJ, then the fight could change. But I do believe that TJ Dillashaw's experience and competition of having a little more towel defenses is going to be the difference in this fight. I do believe TJ's striking is better. I do believe that the wrestling will be, neutralized by TJ Dillashaw. So for that reason, I am going to go TJ Dillashaw. But you know what? Let's take it to the gym and see what you guys think. TJ Dillashaw versus Aljamain Sterling. This fight, I want to say that I want to go for Aljamain Sterling, but to me, he doesn't prove. I don't know. I just think the better wrestler in this fight is actually going to be TJ. And I think TJ has better wrestling. I think he has better striking. But Aljamain does have those certain things where if he's able to backpack you, take your back, it becomes different. But I think for TJ, he's going to have fun. He's going to win the distance game. He likes to do this stuff. He'll get probably Aljamain more likely to go back to eventually catch him with that outside power, So I think TJ, and there's that signature shot that TJ really likes to do, is how he'll throw that right hand and he'll step in with that right blade. Well, he'll come behind you to take you down. I don't believe TJ Dillashaw's grappling is better than Aljamain, but I think he has. I think he would have just enough control to get on top of him to secure the rounds to ground and pound. As much as I don't like TJ either, he's smart. He knows his tools, and he continues to keep repping what he does good at. I think the biggest flaws to me for Aljamain. I'm actually going for Aljamain, but at the same time, I don't think Aljamain wants to fight me. So for that reason, I think there's a better storyline between me and TJ Dillashaw. So I gotta go with it, But I do believe that Aljamain's greatest gifts are his knees. He'll be in the clinch position. As soon as he creates space, he'll throw that knee, or he'll throw them crazy elbows. There's gifts to him too, because he uses his abilities. Maybe not the flashes, maybe not the crispness, but he will take risks. He will throw legs just down the middle. He will, kind of throw these like looping hooks to eventually throw those, backhands, things of that nature. But I think TJ's distance, and I think the fact that he's better, I think that chip on his shoulder, and him actually proving that he could beat a guy like Corey Sandhagen is going to be the difference in this fight. So again, as much as I don't like either one of those guys, the only thing I can tell you is I got next. And I do believe that either one of them is a great fight for me, and I'm here to prove myself that they're only babysitting my damn belt. So again, guys, you guys make sure to bet like a GOAT, and you guys go to BetOnline.ag. Co-main event, Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. If there's any fight that Sean could possibly win, it is with Petr Yan, but Sean does not have the experience of high competitive fights. Yeah, he's been knocking out guys who have been in the game for X, Y, and Z for how many years that are completely out of their prime. But against a guy like Petr Yan, a guy that typically is known to start a little later. Petr Yan is more of a 5-round fighter, but in his fights, and especially in this particular fight, I think he's going to pick up the pace right away. And if he's able to pick up that pace right away from round 1 to 2 to eventually finish Sean O'Malley in 3, I have Petr Yan by stoppage. You heard it here first from Triple C. Let's take it to the gym. So Sean O'Malley versus Petr Yan. As much as I've been talking about how many holds Petr Yan does have, because as good as he is, as great as he is in the striking department, I just don't know if Sean O'Malley could really expose that, because he hasn't done it now, and I don't know if he'll do it then. So that being said, I believe Petr Yan, he's going to start the fight early, he's going to up his defense, and he's really going to be switch stepping, catching his punches, taking his space, or he's gonna keep Petr right here. I'm sorry, he's gonna keep Sean right here. He's gonna be kicking legs. He's gonna be kicking that front leg. Even if Sean moves, even if Sean switches stance, he does his little jab, right hand as he goes back to eventually catch him with that same jab hand. So, as I said before, I think Sean is prominent. I don't think he's fought a lot of the top contenders, and I think for that reason, there's no grit in him. We saw him against Cheeto Vera, where Cheeto started to kick him, and he started to show the fact that he was hurt or whatnot. And you know, to me, demeanor says a lot of things about this fight. Demeanor to me is everything. I think there's one thing that Petr does have is he has experience with the top contenders. So as much as I'd be cheering for a guy like Sean O'Malley, if I had to put my money, I'm going Petr Yan. And not only am I going Petr Yan, but I'm going Petr Yan by stoppage. Whether it's in the second or the third round, I think Petr gets the job done. And there you have it. And this is what I call the wild card to finish up the show here. This is a wild card fight because I have not seen a better main event, especially in the prelims, probably in UFC history. Yes, I said it, UFC history. Bilal Muhammad versus Sean Brady. Right now, Bilal Muhammad is an underdog in this fight. And I do believe that his style, him going over to Abu Dhabi, him being trained and coached by Khabib, it is going to pay dividends So for that reason, I will be going for the wild card for Bilal Muhammad. Here are my picks for the rest of the card. So thank you guys for watching. It's been a blast. You guys know Triple C enjoys the fans. You guys remember, continue to keep watching Bet Like a Goat, sponsored by BetOnline.ag. Make sure to place your bets. Triple C is out. So thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot to me. So you guys remember, there's more breakdowns, there's more technique, there's more tactics, and there's definitely more cringe. So make sure to subscribe and click on that button. I'm out.